Alright guys, welcome to a very new season with South Shields, our very first season in the Football League after gaining promotion via the playoffs last season. In this episode, we will be playing our first ever game in League 2, taking on Yeovil Town. But before we get into that, we will be going over our new players and the players that have left the club. So switching over here to our transfer history, you can see here that we've had a decent amount of players come in. Starting off with Alex Coran. He joins us on a free transfer from Manchester United. Alex is a center back and is going to be a starting center back at least for the start of the season. A very good young player for us. His mental stats are very, very good. His physical stats, not bad. Lacks a little bit of pace and some stamina, but very good for an 18-year-old. His technicals, not quite up to the standards I'd like them to be, but hopefully we'll see him progress and see those rise up. But he is going to be our starting center back along with Zuma this season. Next player joins us from Chelsea. This is James Hayes. He is a very good young midfielder. His physical stats are definitely his standout. 16 acceleration. Will have the speed to get around the players in this level. Not bad mental stats or technical stats. He just gets edged out of the starting lineup, but he will be our first choice off the bench. Next player is a very good striker that I'm very excited about. This is Spencer Brooks joining us from Southampton. 18-year-old Scottish player, valued at $150,000. Instantly becomes our top striker of our team. 15 finishing, very good. Also has some good first touch, dribbling, and technique for his technical ability. So Spencer will lead our line this season. Next up, another youngster joins us from Chelsea. This is Ben Wagstaff. He is a winger. I have him training as our left inside forward. And he takes over the starting position from Marley Blair. But they're pretty close. So if he doesn't do good for us, you will see Marley Blair take over the starting position again. But Ben starts off as our starter for this year. His mental and technical ability, no real big standouts other than determination is at 14. But a lot of blue stats just show that he is good just all around. But his physical stats, definitely a lot of greens in there. That is his strong suit. And next up, we have William Booth joining us from Manchester City. He is going to be our starting left back this season. He has a lot of good potential. And just like Ben, not a lot of greens in his technical or mental, but a lot of blues, so good all the way around. Good all around, I should say. Physical stats again, his strong suit. Hopefully we'll see him progress throughout the season, but William will be our starting left back. Next up, we have a loan signing from Mansfield. This is Jack Hill. He will be our backup right-sided inside forward for Carlo Poveda. Very good physical stats. 15 acceleration, 16 agility, 15 stamina. So very good agile player with some speed, which is good for an inside forward. Mental stats are not bad at all. 15 for flair, 16 teamwork, 15 work rate. Technical wise, not the best, but he has good blues where it counts. So hopefully he will be a good option off the bench for Carlo Poveda, but that is Jack Hill. And next up, we have our most recent signee, Ashley Charles, joins us on a free transfer, joins us without being on a club. He was released by Watford earlier this offseason, but Ashley Charles takes over our starting deep line playfield position in the midfield. Very, very good player. Already has 4-star current ability. I am excited to see what he can do for us this season. He has very good mental stats and good technical stats where they count. And switching over to the players that have left the club, Reese Finland has been sold to Southport for $6,000. Reese, I had high hopes for him last year, but he just could not score any goals. So I cashed in while I could, and he joins Southport in the National League North. Next player that left us, Ellis Plummer, goes to Mansfield for $50,000. He was unhappy with us. I made a promise to improve the coaching staff, which I was not able to do last season because the board was not willing to allow any more coaches to join. So I was unable to improve the coaching staff, and I would have kept him, but I thought I was going to get a center back. I made an offer for him, and he was about to join us, and then another team came in and swooped him away. So I had already sold Plummer, thinking that I was going to have a new, very good center back joining us, but unfortunately, that was not the case. So we are kind of thin at center back. Plummer will be missed, but we did get $50,000 for him, which is good for us. So sad to see that Plummer only was with us for a season. And last player that has left us on a transfer, Harry Green, joins Chorley on a loan for this season. Harry was not going to get any playing time this season, most likely, with all the midfield options that we have picked up this season. So I tried to sell him. No one was offering anything, so I loaned him out to Chorley, who's paying 100% of his wages this season, so he's not counting towards our wage budget this year. So at least that is good. And we have some players that have left us on free transfers after I have not renewed their contracts. So starting off, Dylan Morse has left the club. He has been with us since the start of the series. Morse made 105 appearances for the Mariners and getting 4 goals along the way as well. Looks like he has signed on a non-contract with Barrow, who are in the National League North. So good to see Dylan getting picked up by a team. And next up was Blair Adams, who I would have kept, but he was just demanding too much money at 30 years old, so he's going to be on the decline. So unfortunately, I made the tough decision to not offer Blair Adams a new contract. He still could have done a job for us. He probably would have been a backup this season, or splitting time with William Booth, but Blair made 145 appearances for the Mariners, notching in 9 goals along the way. Had quite a few assists as well down that left-hand side. So unfortunately, Blair Adams is no longer with the club. Hopefully he gets picked up this season by another team. And next up, Leon Van Empel has left the club. He was our very first signing with the Mariners. Leon only made 35 appearances for the club, getting 5 goals along the way. He progressed a little bit, not as much as I would have liked, but I think if he would have been a starter and getting a lot of game time, he would have improved very nicely. Scouting, he's still 72% recommended, so they still think he has a lot of potential. currently without a club. Hopefully, Leon gets picked up by a lower league team in Germany. Leon is no longer with the club. And lastly, the last player, George Porter, made 55 appearances, getting 2 goals for us. He was a very good backup player for us, but just not worth the wages anymore. And we got Jack Hill on loan to take over that position. Plus, we still have Harrison Devine, so we just had too many options. So George was not picked up this season. And let's go ahead and switch over to our schedule and see how we've gotten on in the preseason. And this preseason, we have had very, very good showings from the Mariners. First preseason game was against Armadale Thistle. I believe is a non-league team. No, they play in Scotland. It looks like they're a non-league team over there, though. We got a 2-0 victory, goals by Haygarth and Marley Blair. We then followed that up against Newcastle Benfield, a non-league team from England. It was a 5-2 victory for us here. Goals by Webster, Wagstaff, Hayes, and Alfie Payne, who was on loan with us, not on loan, on trial with us. I made an offer to have Alfie join the team, but instead he joins Outershot, so that was disappointing, but I think Ashley Charles is just as good, so that's good. Next up, we had a 3-0 victory against Chesterfield. Goals by Brooks and 2 from Marley Blair at the end. Each team had a player sent off, so very scrappy preseason game there. Next up, we faced Nottingham Forest at home, and we narrowly lost by 1 goal. So that is very, very pleasing to see that we only lost by a goal against a championship side. And then a very good game against the Rangers from Scotland, a 4-0 victory at Ibrox. That is definitely the highlight of the preseason, getting a 4-0 victory over the Rangers. Very, very satisfying and pleasing to see that. And then we had a 9-0 victory over Hamilton, also from Scotland. They're no longer in the Scottish Premier League. They got relegated last season, but still getting 9 goals against a team that still has some very good players. Absolutely phenomenal. And then the final preseason game, 2-0 victory over Lincoln United. So today's episode sees us kicking off this league with Yeovil Town and taking a look at the season preview. We are predicted to get relegated in 23rd place, so they think we are better than Gateshead, who, if you remember, are a rival of us. So should be a very challenging season this year. In my experience, the step up from League to League 2, you're able to sign better players, and since you're professional, you get more training with your players. So I tend to find that you actually overachieve easier in League 2 than down in the non-league. So hopefully that's the case this year with us. But we will be kicking off the league today. And the team that will be taking on Yeovil Town, we have Brooks at striker, Wagstaff left inside forward, Webster taking the attacking midfield position. Jack Hill is going to be starting on the right-hand side. Carlo Pavedo picked up an injury and will be out for 7 days. Our 2 central midfielders, Kenyon in that box-to-box, and Ashley Charles in the deep-lying playmaking position. Booth at left back, Curran center back, partnered with Zuma. Wilkinson stays with us another year on loan. And Flat still our first choice goalkeeper. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game underway. Ashley Charles given the number 31 position, the number 31. I think that's a good midfield number. Let's go ahead and show them what we can do. Get this season started off with a win. We are at home in the Mariners Park. Looks like we have a very good amount of fans here supporting us today. And Zuma has picked up a very early yellow card, which is not something you want to see from your center back. But we are on the ball. Booth with the ball, plays it over to Kenyon. Long ball over the top, was looking for Brooks, but it was just a little too far to the left. Good tackle by Wilkinson, who wins the ball back. We're looking pretty good so far this first couple minutes. Webster with the ball, over to Kenyon. Finds Booth on that left-hand side. Can he get across? And he does. He looks for Brooks. Oh, it was a weird header, and the keeper looked worried, but the ball is just wide. Very good start from us. See if we can get a goal here, though. Oh, that was not good from Corin. Thankfully, the shot by Evil was right at Flat. Free kick, Webster with it. Oh, can Brooks get the rebound? He does, but he is ruled for offsides. What are you doing? You have to know where you're at. He made his run just too early, off by a half a yard or so. Didn't need to do that, but very promising from us. Ooh. Off the corner, that looked dangerous. Oh, Flat. Looked like he was beaten there, but was saved by the post. A little worrying from us there. Curran with the free kick. Up to Charles, plays it up the hill. Finds Wagstaff. Can he get the cross in? Gets blocked off. That was an opportunity for us there, but we get the ball right back. Booth pushing forward. Webster returns the ball to him. He gets the cross in, and Brooks gets the first goal of the season and his first goal for the Mariners. Good ball by Booth, and Brooks, with a good header, beats the keeper near post. What a great first half so far by the Mariners. We are looking very dangerous. Keeper not able to get over in time. Booth opens up the scoring. Come on, you Mariners. Into the last few moments of the first half, holding on to the 1-goal lead, and there it is. Very, very good first half. This is what we want to see in the second half. Keep that up, and we will notch an opening game win. Come on, keep it up. Oh, also in other notes, Alex Kenyon has been promoted to captain this season, taking over from Marley Blair. He was a much better choice. Marley Blair was completely okay with it, which is good to see. Sometimes when you switch captaincy, you can upset your other player that was the captain before, but Marley Blair, a good team player, was happy enough to pass over captaincy, so that's good to see. First substitution, Karan gets subbed off for Dean Perbhai. I'm just going to call him Dean because I'm butchering that last name for sure. Last season, Dean was out on loan, but this season he will be with us. And we're going to bring on James Hayes for Charles. Give him his debut as well. Second half, much more calm. And we'll make a final substitution in the 77th minute. Marley Blair for Ben Wagstaff. See out the game. He's on a yellow card. Don't want to get any silly sending offs here and put us under Unnecessary pressure. This looks dangerous, but Flat comes up with a huge save. We need to keep our heads on here for the last couple minutes. See out the game. They're going to be coming at us strong for sure. Good ball by Hayes. Brooks not quite able to get there. Now their turn for the long ball. What a ball, and what a save by Flat. Unbelievable save. I thought for sure McDonald was getting that goal. Flat comes up with a huge save, and our passes are not quite coming together here. Jack Hill does good to keep that ball. Plays it over to Hayes. Can he play it to Kenyon? Yes. Can he have a shot? No. He plays it to Blair, who plays it to Brooks, who gets his second goal of the game. That was very good passing by the Mariners at the edge of the box. Very patient, looking for an opening. Blair picks out Brooks, who fires it home for the second goal of the game. Beautiful stuff. First touch shot by Brooks. Beautiful. And I think we are going to get a 2-0 victory. We're looking for a third goal here, though. Booth plays it in. Keeper comes and collects that one very well. Oh, Brooks in a lot of space. Gets closed down. Plays it to Kenyon, though. Back to Hayes. Over to Hill, who has a shot. It gets deflected. And it's an own goal by Sean Donnellan, getting us our third goal of the game. Jack Hill with a shot. Takes a wicked deflection. Keeper, no chance there. Gets wrong-footed. And the Mariners are cruising to victory here now in the opening day of League 2. And there it is, full-time whistle. Mariners get a very massive opening day win in League 2. 2 goals from Spencer Brooks and a third goal that was an own goal from Yeovil Town. Spencer Brooks, actually not Sean. Opening day player of the match. Very, very deserved. And that is how you want to see your team play in a new league. With that 3-goal victory, that puts us in second place. Very, very happy with that. So, classy Brooks, yes, he was. Give him some praise there. And that was his professional debut as well. But that is where we will leave this episode here today. If you've liked what you've seen, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new around here. Till next time, it has been your Boyd147